During the 2023-24 season, Real Madrid were on the hunt for longtime target Kylian Mbappe, but since he would be harder than expected to get, they had to look elsewhere in case it didn't work. Surely you can't go wrong with a young, freshly 18-year-old striker who absolutely tore it up in Brazil, one of the best football nations in the world. Actually, that's not really the case anymore, but still, you guessed it, that striker turned out to be Endrick, and it is safe to say he hasn't lived up to the hype. The so-called next Pele, Bobby Charlton, is playing like Gabriel Jesus this season. He may be injured for the third year in a row, but I think Jesus played at least a little bit. Does he actually play like he has ramen noodles for a brain, or do we need to let him play more? Right then, let's go. To start off, let's see what Endrick is capable of. He can be a good hold-up player and participates well in build-up play. However, the same can't be said about his goal-scoring ability, arguably the most important aspect of a striker. In his 22-23 season alone, he had 14 goals in 53 games as, a 17-year-old kid? Not a lot of kids got that type of motion in the first team, or it's very rare at least. The next season would be quieter, but what really mattered to him is that he got the Madrid promise while he was 18, with 4 goals in 22 games. Now, he's in Madrid and only has 7 goals in 38 games during his 2 seasons there. He scored most of them in the Copa del Rey, which is like the League Cup equivalent in Spain, so Los Blancos are just using him for resting other strikers. He's only played 858 minutes, which is equivalent to 10 full games, approximately. That's not a good look, bro, just saying. Especially with all the hype of you being the next Pele, a guy that won 3 World Cups. He isn't even good for Brazil. He's been called up to the squad for World Cup qualification and did absolutely nothing. Only started 1 match in his Brazil career in a 1-0 loss against Paraguay, and he got subbed in the 46th minute as well. You would think that such a young prospering player would play so much more, but I guess not. Is not a good look, bro. He also only scores in international friendlies too, which I find is insane. To be fair, he also has to get in line to start behind João Pedro, Richarlison, and Matheus Cunha. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't make the World Cup squad next summer. I mean, do I blame Carlo Ancelotti and Xabi Alonso for not giving him more time? No. Is it fair to Endrick? Also no. Then who's right? I mean, I wouldn't bench Kylian Mbappe, that's all I'm saying. They obviously want to win, who doesn't? But it also isn't fair that Endrick is just sitting on the bench eating paella and scratching his balls all game. It didn't help that he had a hamstring injury and missed the Club World Cup because of it. But it was more than just the injury that damaged his chances of touching the Bernabeu grass. His replacement, Gonzalo Garcia, couldn't stop tearing it up in the competition, and you think, this is much better than Endrick. Not starter quality, but good enough that we can trust him to finish off a game when he does get on. I mean, you certainly couldn't say that about Endrick, could you now? Well, I guess he's figured that out now, because now he's close to a loan move to Lyon, which I think is a good move for him. He's in the top 5 league like he wants, and they're like 5th right now. After this, if he does choose to come back to Madrid, he would have learned the game better and be labeled as more reliable. I still think it's crazy they gave him the number 9 shirt this season. Nothing ever justified that. Like, ever. Sometimes I wonder if it's the guaranteed big move when you turn 18 that makes you complacent. As I said before, the season before he joined Madrid, it was quiet compared to his breakout season in the previous year. This reminds me of another player, Kevin Sullivan, who's already an MLS player for the Philadelphia Union at just age 16, recently winning the Supporters Shield. It's not the MLS Cup final, but like, you have the most points, so you basically win the league. He was so good that Man City were first in line to grab him when he turned 18. I like seeing young talent play, but something tells me he isn't going to play very much. We'll still go with Erling Haaland and Omar Marmoush up top, so he'll also get loaned out. Or maybe that was the plan all along, to make a little money. I can't tell. So what I'm saying is, earn your stripes and work with the uncertainty that you aren't promised to move, because when the drive isn't there anymore, the performances won't be either. These types of players are good, but they just can't show it. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know it's a bit of a short one, but I just had to talk about this because it's been looming my mind for so long. If you did enjoy, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on Endrick. Do you think he'll come good in the future? Is he gonna be absolutely terrible? Who knows, honestly. So yeah, have a good day and peace.